Okay, everyone, and welcome back. I'm joined today by Zera, good friend of mine, and the developer for our castle walls.
Hey, what's happening? It's Zera.
Approaching the club room and opening the door, I place my bag by the door and look around to see the usual scene. Monica's at the main desk in her corner. Sayori is looking in her bag for stuff. Natsuki is hanging out by one of the desks near the closet. Yuri is nowhere to be seen.
It's strange. I'm usually the last one here. I'm certain she won't take too long.
Monica then approaches me. Hi, Sarah.
Huh? Oh, hey, Monica.
What's up? Sorry. After looking at Monica for a little bit, flashbacks of what happened at the end of the club yesterday appear and what Monica said to me.
Maybe I should say something to her. Natsuki as well. Sorry about yesterday, by the way.
She looks a little bit confused. Oh, that. No need to worry about that. It's in the past now.
Okay, thanks, Monica.
I give her a confirming nod to show her how relieved I am, and she looks a bit happier. Not a problem. Ready for another fun day here?
Yeah, for whatever today throws at me.
That's what I like to hear. You did remember to write a poem this time, right?
I did this time.
Good. After poem sharing today, there will be special announcements.
What was I thinking about earlier today? Oh yeah! Hey Monica, you said I could tell you anything that's bothering me, right?
Oh? Looks like I threw her off guard. Oh, of course. I'll try to help as much as I can.
Okay, because something in my English class was bothering me today.
It's probably totally not what she was expecting.
So when I was walking here, I thought, Monica's smart, she might be able to help me out.
Any amount of confusion that was shown on Monica's face is now gone, has been replaced with a somewhat flirtatious look. Oh, you were thinking of me? Well, aren't you a sweetheart? What was on your mind today?
Why the hell is she calling me that? It's time to make her question her academic career.
I love this. When you posted this as a teaser somewhere, I about shit bricks. I'm like, Nanny?
Why does adjective and adverb both have to start with AD? Like, seriously? You have to make two words deliberately sound like almost exactly the same to confuse people? It's like whoever did that had been doing it deliberately. Because, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess because they both describe something, so it's easy to remember that they both describe something because they both start with ad. But when's the last time you saw an ad that was descriptive?
I love it. I love it so much. And the whole room has gone silent. This is 2 days in a row that I've been able to do this. Even Sayori is staring at me, mouth agape.
Maybe I said too much.
Yuri's smart, right? Oh, I'm sure she can answer that. That's when I feel a tap on my right shoulder. I overheard everything. I'll be able to explain that to you when we get around to reading together today.
Okay, that sounds fair.
She smiles back at me and proceeds to walk over to her usual desk in the room. I take this moment to close my eyes and bring both arms up above my head to breathe a little bit. Something about having my airways open up more. I don't care if anyone's watching right now.
Wait. What's stopping me from reading with her right now? Oh, that's right. Should probably talk with Natsuki about yesterday. Oh dear Lord, please help me.
Once I bring my arms down to a normal level, I take a moment to look around the clubroom again, only to see the actual, usual scene before my eyes. Just like how things should be. I stay where I am for a little bit to build up my confidence before heading into the theoretical private property area that is the closet. I walk over there only to see that She's jumping up and down.
What the heck is she doing in there? Hey, everything going alright?
Ah! Hey, don't scare me like that, dummy. Baka.
Maybe her saying that is a recurring theme, but I still don't like it. Oh, my bad.
What do you want this time, you big goof?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Baka baka rark.
Hey, so, about yesterday. I didn't mean to make a big...
Stop it! Taken aback by her words. Wasn't done yet.
But I...
No. Don't talk. That's behind us now. Stop worrying about it.
Well, I... Alright, if you say so.
Guess I should take Natsuki's word for it. She did seem like she was in a good mood earlier today, from what I saw with her and Sayori. By the way, what was so important that you needed to talk Monica's ear off?
Why did she say her name all weird? Just something that was on my mind. Maybe I went a bit overboard.
You're just as bad as Yuri sometimes.
Jeez, first Sayori and now Yuri. Is that a bad thing?
Maybe you two were meant for each other.
No, face! Don't turn right back on it!
This is every Zera stream that I'm a part of. Because I always find a way to startle you and fluster you, and it's so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
Can't help but bury my head in my hands out of embarrassment. This only lasts for a few seconds until I'm able to look at her again.
I
Definitely.
am not. Don't. My Bud Kraz is a lot better, but thanks though.
Totes. She's struggling to contain her laughter.
Natsuki, please! Jeez, I just wanted to read manga again.
You what? Every process in my mind of trying to form words has stopped due to the stare she's giving me. I'm glued in place for a little bit until I can remember why I want to read.
I only got to read the first chapter of Parfait Girls yesterday, so... I'd like to continue reading the rest if that's okay with you.
Well, I don't know. You might end up breaking my manga somehow.
How in the hell does one break a manga?
Oh, bitchy Nat.
No use in getting an aneurysm trying to figure out her bass-backwards logic.
It's not nice to stare, you know. I immediately look away from her.
Oh, shoot, my bad.
Just stop being a weirdo and go get me a chair.
What? A chair? For what?
Monica put my manga on the top shelf again, and I can't reach it.
Chair would probably be dangerous if she tries what I'm thinking of. Why don't I try reaching it for you?
No!
God, does this girl have to yell all the time?
I can do it myself. I just need a chair, that's all. You do want to read, don't you?
Well, it's her funeral, not mine. Fine, fine. Just give me a little bit.
Turn myself counterclockwise until I'm facing where Sayori normally is, and make my way to grab a chair from the for the circus act she's about to put on. Nice. On my way there, I end up jamming my left foot into a leg of one of the desks. Jeez, didn't think I was this clumsy. Stuck in place, eyes closed for what feels like forever while I wait for the waves of pain to make its way through my foot. Sarah, are you okay? I heard that from all the way over here. Once the pain is gone, I open my eyes to see Sayori standing next to me with a look of concern. No orange bow this time.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks. It's just one of those things you hate to have happen. I'm all better now.
Okay, good. Well, I was just about to go see Monica real quick, but I saw you got hurt, so I wanted to see what's up.
Okay, I got you. What's going on with Monica?
Her look of concern is now gone. Well, I just gotta ask her something. I'm gonna go to the vending machine right now. I'm kinda hungry.
Snack time! Ooh, can I go with you?
Takes a second or two for her to respond back. Sure. Well, I don't see why not.
Alright, awesome. Wait, don't get too excited. Not in public, at least. I just gotta take care of something for Natsuki real quick.
Okay. Meet me by the door when you're done. I'm gonna go bug Monica now.
Right.
I nod my head at her, and she gives me a cheerful smile. After that, I look around and spot an available chair that's close to me. Taking a hold of it, I bring it over to the closet where Natsuki is hanging out and place it in front of your... Welcome back, Mr. Popular. She then uncrosses her arms and brings the chair into the closet.
Ah, jeez. Hey, look. Me and Sarah are going to the vending machine real quick. You want something from there?
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Natsuki walks out of the closet and over to where we sat down yesterday, as that's where her bag is. Her bag isn't nearly as big as Yuri's apostrophe.
Thank you.
I shouldn't be too surprised by that. She opens it up and pulls out a singular dollar bill. Then closes her bag, walks over to me, and puts the dollar bill close to my face. Give me a Snickers bar, nothing else. Got it, bro? Pause for a moment at what she said and carefully take the money from her to stuff into one of my pockets.
Snickers bar. Nothing else. Got it.
Got it. With that, I turn away from Natsuki to see Sayori walking away from Monica towards the door. Boop, boop.
Perfect timing.
Once I approach the door, I open it and allow Sayori to leave first, just like my mom taught me. Well, you know what I mean. Once the both of us are in the hallway and we begin our little adventure, I do a quick look around to see if anyone else is around. And it looks like we're safe. And time to come forth with what's on my mind to Sayori.
Hey, if I may ask, what did you talk with Monica about?
Ah? Oh. That was just about if she wanted anything. No surprise, she said no. She's a vegetarian after all. Why the fuck does that? You know what, Sayori? I'm not even...
Whoa, for real?
Yeah. Something about a carbon footprint. But how can that be a footprint? Can't help but laugh to myself over that.
I'm somewhat worried about mine, too. I've thought about learning more about being environmentally friendly. Maybe that'll make for a cool hobby or something.
Whoa. That sounds cool. You'll have to teach me a thing or two about that if you do. It makes me happy knowing that she would want to learn more about a potential interest.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
What did you have to see Natsuki about?
What should I tell her about? The part about the manga or the part about Snickers? Let's go with the easier to explain option here. Pretty much the same thing. She wanted candy just like we do. Quite the coinky-dink if you ask me.
Sayori giggles rather loudly at my intentional botched attempt of saying coincidence. Feels good to make someone else laugh at my own humor. It's something that rarely ever happens in life. Seconds pass between us before I open my mouth again.
Hey, Sayori. You did remember to bring your own money with you, right?
She looks at me inquisitively again. Yeah, of course I did. Well, I know better than to rely on other people to buy stuff for me.
Well, that's good to know.
My arms go behind my back as we're walking.
Okay, just wondering, that's all.
She then giggles at me, which I did not expect at all. You remind me so much of Yuri sometimes. My mouth is a little more than ajar right now, and my nervousness rose significantly.
What makes you think that?
Well, I don't know what it is about it. You two just seem similar.
Is it really that noticeable? Yeah, I suppose. Yuri, she said she'd explain my problem from earlier to me. I hope I get to see her soon.
Another moment later, and we've reached our hunger stopper. To my surprise, Sayori hands me her dollar bill.
Huh? What's this about?
Give me the donuts on the left. Still curious as to why I'm doing this for her. I look at the selection in front of me and see Sayori. Whoa. Another apostrophe.
Okay.
See Sayori's finger blocking part of my vision. After reestablishing my focus and following where her finger is pointing, I see that she's pointing to the packaged white powdered donuts on the left side of the machine.
Those ones. Right.
No, silly, left.
Right. I mean...
Without another word, I do whatever is necessary to get her snack to her. Once she happily takes it from me, I look back at the variety in front of me.
Looks good. Ooh, there we go. Haven't had a chocolate bar in a while.
Pulling out my wallet from my back right pocket, I open it up and notice I only have $1 left.
Ah, so I was right.
Nice, Frick, muy bien. Also, Sayori, where's my donut?
Looks like I'll have to go to the ATM after school today.
After the process of obtaining a snack, I turn around to see Sayori patiently waiting for me.
I'm honestly surprised she didn't run off on me.
Come on, slowpoke. Let's head back now.
Yeah.
Once I catch up to her, we continue our way back to the classroom, but something in the back of my mind is itching at me. Probably nothing important.
So, hey, Sayori, I never asked you. What are some of your hobbies?
She looks shocked at such a question. Hobbies? Well, I like writing, coloring, animals, working with children.
Okay, that last one nearly threw me for... Working with children? What do you like about that?
Oh, it's so much fun. Just being around them. I like playing with them. Coloring, painting, snack time, everything. When I grow up, I want to work at daycare. A genuine smile forces its way onto my face.
So still a toy store kid at heart. I'm impressed. It's rare to see such people nowadays.
Ha! Well, I guess I see myself as a kid at heart. That's why I relate to them so much.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Oh, hi. That reminds me. Why'd you bring in a book for Yuri yesterday?
Oh boy. How am I supposed to answer this? Well, she was nice to all of us when you brought me into the club. I mean, she even made tea for all of us. I guess I wanted to be nice back to her and return the favor. I think she even said something about how books take her far away or something. I don't know.
Well, that's sweet of you, Zara. Well, I may not have talked with you much over our high school years, but I always thought you were all around a nice person, and that proves it. Blushing slightly at Sayori's words, I can't help but feel nice inside. She's pretty cool, I have to admit. Once we arrive back to the club room, the chocolate bar in my hand goes straight to my bag. Sayori walks over to her side of the room. She usually sticks around. I get a glimpse of Monica looking over towards me and smiling at me.
Oh shoot! I completely forgot to buy Natsuki her candy! What do? Do I run back and buy her candy or give her her money back?
Eyes widening at the thought of her being angry about not getting her candy, I quickly turn around, leave the club room, close the door for the second time today. Scanning the hallway to see if anyone is watching, I start booking it to the vending machine once I deem it safe.
Heck man, are you kidding me? Okay, so about that little... When I was back in late 2019, when I was writing that little part, I literally forgot to remember that he was supposed to buy her candy. Like when I was writing that, and so I was thinking, oh my god, no, what do I do? Holy crap, what do I do? Do I rewrite that entire scene to make him remember? Or do I just make him go run back to the vending machine?
Oh, wow.
And then I was thinking, no, you know what? That's something I did in real life. Maybe that's something I should make AUMC do in the mod.
And it fucking works. Like, it really does, because he got so distracted getting his own thing and had to get the thing for Sayori. Like, no, it's fucking flawless. I love it.
Cool.
Once I'm outside the door, I take a moment or two to catch my breath, breathing a little heavily.
Jeez, man, shows how active I am.
The door opens up on me before I begin the readying process of reaching for the handle, and seeing Monica pop out of the room startles me. Zera, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's alright. Sorry if I caused any concern.
You're alright. Can you tell me what happened?
It's nothing too serious. I just forgot to buy a candy bar for now. That's all.
Monica gives me a quite familiar smile. Oh, so we're buying candy for Natsuki, are we?
She gave me the money for it, so yeah, I guess.
Monica giggles at me. Oh, I see how it is. Don't worry, I won't tell Yuri. Can't help but instantly look away from Monica and be left speechless.
God, no. What would Yuri think if she found out something like this? Also, what's she trying to insinuate here?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But please, try not to concern us like that again. You shouldn't leave a girl worrying like that. I lower my head a little bit.
Yes, Monica.
I don't know why I'm remembering this right now, but I may as well bring it up with Monica.
Hey, earlier when I was talking to Natsuki, she butchered your name by saying Monika. Know anything about that?
Oh my god! She's never going to let that one go, is she?
I still don't get it.
Don't worry about it. It's something stupid from last year's festival. I like how you capitalized festival there. That works. Owa?
Oh, that's my phone. My bad.
Now, come on, let's head back in. With the both of us back in the club, another look around shows that everything is in order.
I was just thinking about Yuri earlier. What's she doing?
Looking at the middle of the room, I see that Yuri has her face buried in my book. This not only sets me at ease, but makes me quite happy.
Right. Natsuki. Let's get this over with.
Taking a moment to breathe, I walk over to the closet and prepare for whatever I'm getting myself into. I see that the chair from earlier is still in the spot I placed it.
Hey there.
She looks over at me with a somewhat annoyed expression. Wish I didn't feel like I was messing around with a beehive every time I approach her. Took you long enough, Slowpoke.
Ugh. First Sayori and now you. I can never catch a break, can I? Oh no, what's that face for?
Nope. Not if you keep this up.
I mean, she kinda has a point. Fine, fine. Looks like you... Eh?
I haven't had a Snickers in forever.
Just like yesterday with the manga, snatched right out of my hands.
She hastily tears off the wrapper and takes a big bite. I'd be lying if I were to say I'm not jealous, but that's not important right now.
Anyway, looks like you were able to get your manga down?
Yep. Got it ready while you were taking your sweet time.
Please, no, much more. Fair enough. Now, I was only able to read through the first chapter yesterday. I was kind of hoping to get through the second...
Suddenly, a manga appears on my chest, to which I instinctively take a hold of it. Hey, bro, you're talking to yourself again. Natsuki then takes a few steps away from me.
What's that supposed to mean? It helps at times.
Just take it already, and try not to ruin any of the pages.
Alright, fine.
Bringing the manga up to my face to take another look at the cover for a few seconds, I am immediately questioning why I'm not with Yuri right now reading more of my book with her. She still has to answer that one question for me.
Alright.
I was waiting for
How
that
about I
one,
read 5 minutes of this, say I got through the second chapter, and give it back to her? Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
Making sure to take a seat on the floor that's a considerable distance away from Natsuki, I open up the manga from...
Jeez, man, where did I leave off at?
Feels like what feels like the longest 5 minutes of my life pass and I found myself enjoying this a bit less than what I did yesterday. Don't know if it was genuine disinterest in the series or me being anxious about getting to spend time with Yuri again. Closing the volume and getting myself up from the floor, I walk over to the closet and see Natsuki sitting on the now moved chair, reading what I can only make out to be a much later volume.
I should keep my voice lowered so I don't startle her. Like I'm in a library or something. Hey, I'm all done.
Huh? Can you speak up a bit?
I got through the second chapter. I'm here to give this back.
I return her manga back to her, only to have her somewhat forcefully taken from my hands.
This is getting really annoying.
She then looks over the first few pages and places her finger on the top of them, probably feeling them for creases. Alright, I'll hold on to this for now. Both me and her end up awkwardly looking at each other for a second or so. Hey, Zera?
Well, she sounds inquisitive instead of, I don't know, how I usually hear her, I guess. Yeah, what's going on?
Just so you know, you're the only person here who wanted to give my manga a chance. I hope you feel special. I tried getting Yuri to give it a chance, but she won't for Lord only knows why. And Sayori's too busy worrying about the festival to read either.
Almost forgot the festival's a thing. Also, now I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty over the fact that I didn't really read much for manga just now. For real? Well, to be honest, I don't know a lot of people in the school who also read manga. It only seemed fair that I check it out.
She doesn't respond. I bet she's thinking about something.
By the way, how'd you get into manga in the first place? Probably the first girl I've seen that reads it.
Oh, it's something I've always enjoyed when I was younger, and it just stuck with me. When I was 7 or 8, my mom got me my first manga I ever read. It was my first real hobby, I guess. It's something that'll always remind me of her.
That's pretty exciting. My parents effectively did the same to me with certain toys and whatnot. Isn't it exciting when you have something you like that you can talk with other people about?
Yeah, it feels nice, especially when people don't make fun of you for liking certain things.
Dang, relatable. Yeah, tell me about it. That's one reason why I don't talk much in this school.
Some people just really suck. Like that K guy in our school.
Oh, forgive me. Oh, I bet he sucks in more ways than one.
You freaking weirdo.
Dang, I can't believe she thought that was funny. I usually never think of stuff like that.
But he tried ruining my manga one day last year. Monica put a stop to that. Nobody in our school brought it up after that.
That's a reference to Another Moment with You, episode 3. Mm-hmm. That's an event that actually happened, so...
Nice.
Last year.
Nick, that is a good question. I'm going to let Sarah answer that.
No, he wasn't. I just knew that he was a hated name in the modding community, and so I figured, let's roll with the punches. Give people more reason to hate him.
I mean, not like they really need any of it. Cool, thank you for that, Sarah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's what that was about. Boy, what a bitch.
You can say that again.
I might just be poking at the bee's nest again with this question. So I'm guessing your parents are doing okay?
Way to go, Sarah.
Yeah! Okay, yeah, maybe that's a bad idea.
That's none of your business. Sorry, did you read this?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, sorry I brought it up. I think I'm gonna go see what Yuri's up to.
Yeah, whatever. You go have fun with your girly friend, you hear? Frozen in place with my mind racing right now.
She doesn't really mean...
Relax, dummy. You know I'd never think of you two like that. Great. I'm starting to feel a little disappointed. Taking a moment to shake that thought off, and also my head for a bit, I turn away from Natsuki. With slight nervousness building up inside, I make my way over to see Yuri.
The time I've been waiting for has finally come.
Once I approach her, I see that she's still enjoying my book. but my concentration is broken as she looks over to me and smiles. Oh, hello again, Sarah. I was wondering when you would show up.
Hi, Yuri. Yeah, I may or may not have got sidetracked most of the day.
It is then that I take a moment to see what part of the book she's currently on.
Oh, hey, may I see what part of the story you're on?
Oh, sure. She carefully hands my book back to me, pages wide open. Once back in my possession, I look around for any random sentence on the pages and begin to read. I love it! It's so good! Eyes glistening in the sunlight with a newfound determination, our beloved Ellie takes off into the airplane jungle in an attempt to gather resources. The thoughts of excitement and self-righteousness fill her mind as she thinks about building a shelter for her newly made rhinoceros friend.
Ooh, this part's good. I think you're gonna like what's coming up next.
Oh, is that so? Well, if it's anything like how the rest of this book has been, it'll be nothing short of spectacular.
There she goes, being accidentally cute again.
But, Zera, I have a request, if that's all right.
Oh? What's going on?
Well, I still have to explain your issue from earlier today to you, and I was thinking we could make some tea beforehand, if that's okay.
Yes! Yuri, that'd be great. I'd actually really like that.
A warm smile happily makes a return. Then it's settled. I have to mark my spot in your book, then I'll go grab the kettle and tea set.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go tell Monica what we're doing, then I'll meet you at the door, alright?
Very well. I have to plug in the kettle at the wall where Sayori is first.
So it'll take us both a little bit before we're ready. That's perfectly fine.
With that, she gets up from her desk and we both go our separate ways. For a little bit, that is. On my walk over to Monica, I begin thinking of what I'm going to say to her. I wish stuff as simple as telling Monica that me and Yuri are going into the hallway real quick wasn't so difficult when I know I made her concerned just a little bit ago. It doesn't take long before I approach her. Looks like she's writing down some stuff. Is she coloring black circles into lines on paper?
I thought Sayori was the one who liked coloring around here. Oh well, I won't judge. Monica?
Zera? What's going on?
I thought it'd be appropriate if I told you that me and Yuri will be excusing ourselves from the club for a little bit.
Oh, no need to be so formal, silly. But thanks for telling me this time. What's going on?
Okay, me and Yuri are gonna be making some tea. That's why we'll be gone for a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. But isn't that more of a one-person kind of job?
How am I supposed to respond to that? I just want to spend time with my friend, okay?
All right. I wouldn't dare take time away from you two. Just make enough for everyone, okay? I could really go for some tea right now.
Alright, I'll let her know. I'll be back. No, we'll be back.
With that, Monica resumes her coloring, and I turn away to walk to the door. Once Yuri and I meet up, we leave the classroom, teapot in her hand, and she leads the way to the closest water fountain. Our walk to the fountain started in comfortable silence between the two of us for about 5 seconds until Yuri surprisingly breaks it. So, what did you need to address with Monica?
Oh, that. I just had to tell her what we were doing. I felt it was the right thing to do, since this is the third time I left the clubroom today.
The third time? I must not have noticed.
She was probably too busy, absorbed into my book to notice my absence. Not complaining, though. Oh, that reminds me. Monica told me to tell you to make enough for everyone.
Very well, then. I tend to, anyway. Before I know it, we're both at the water fountain, about 3 rooms away from our clubroom. The hallway is nice and silent. Nobody is around to bother us. Yuri takes her teapot and starts filling it up while I wait beside her. I can't help but laugh to myself at the thought of pretending to be her bodyguard at this point in time. That's when Yuri looks over to me. Zera, what's so funny?
Oh, just something silly I thought of.
Zera.
Nothing. Nothing too important.
Care to share?
It seems a little embarrassing to share something like that to her. I don't know how she'd react. Wait a second! Yuri, the teapot.
Oh! Looks like I alerted her at just the right time, as her teapot isn't quite overflowing, but dangerously close to. She quickly takes her hands away from the water fountain. Thanks, Sarah. I guess that's what I get for not paying attention.
No worries. It happens to me quite often, so you're not alone.
Well, good to know I'm not alone then.
I don't think I ever want her to be alone.
Oh God. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Shall we head back now?
Yes, let's.
With our now full teapot in hand, we continue our walk back to the classroom, but Yuri is walking a little more slowly than our journey to the fountain.
I'm guessing she's being careful about not wanting to spill water all over the place.
Taking that into consideration, I slow down my pace in order for her to keep up. That only seems like the right thing to do.
Hey, Yuri.
Yes, Sarah?
I hope I don't sound rude. Earlier today, right before lunchtime, probably straight up asked why she keeps garbage in her bag all the time. I was wondering why you keep so much stuff in your bag.
Oh, well, I hope you don't think I'm a hoarder or anything. It's actually quite the opposite. I prefer to be a neat freak most of the time.
That's cool, but I can respect that. I can't stand having my house be a disaster.
I feel the same way. To answer your question, though, the first thing I do when I arrive home from school is I take everything out of my bag and put only the essentials back in. It's almost like I'm starting with a clean slate every day.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. There's a really nice feeling that comes from having everything nice and organized, wouldn't you agree?
So much. Oh, of course. A few seconds pass by before I speak up again.
Hey, Yuri. I know I said this already, but I'm still really happy that you're giving my book a chance. I never really get to share my interests or stuff with anyone.
I'm then reminded of Natsuki telling me that Yuri wouldn't give her manga a chance. And got it, Via. And a weird feeling of appreciation for Yuri makes itself known to me over what I just told her. I can see her smile slowly disappearing. Well, it's nothing really, Sarah. I understand the feeling of keeping hobbies to oneself. Sometimes it feels like being trapped in a cage, whereas other times it's nice to avoid potential judgment from others.
Dang, trapped in a cage. I'd never thought of it that way. Oh, that's one way of putting it. Oh, sorry.
You're good. Oh, speaking of which, do you still have the book I gave you yesterday?
I still do. It's been in my backpack the whole time. Now that I think about it, I haven't even checked out the name of her book. I really should get around to do that. Ooh. Do you think we could read your book after we finished mine?
Yes, I think I would enjoy that. You've been quite the help with explaining things about your book. In all fairness, I should probably do the same with mine.
I like that. That sounds like a good time.
But I still have quite a bit of your book left to go.
That's okay. I didn't expect us to finish my book today. I'm certain we still have a few days left until that happens.
You're probably right. Once we approach the clubroom door, I take the initiative to open the door for Yuri, since she has her hands full. She gives me a bright smile as she walks in. That's probably her way of saying thanks, and makes me feel all warm and tingly inside.
It feels nice to do things like this for my friend. I like this feeling.
Once we're both inside and the door is closed, Yuri looks over to me. Zera, I'm going to finish making up the tea, and we're both going to distribute cups to everyone in the class. Can you take care of Monica and Sayori for me? I'll handle Natsuki, so you don't have to.
Oh, thank goodness. Of course.
Excellent.
Man, doing this must put her in a really good mood or something. I'm guessing this is something she enjoys doing.
Before I walk over to Yuri's desk, I reach down to grab up my backpack from its usual spot and take it with me over to her desk. Once I'm over there, I place my backpack right on top of her desk and grab an unused chair adjacent to hers to bring it close, but this time I don't place it directly next to hers. Instead, the chair is placed parallel to hers on the opposite side so that I'd be facing her. Is this it? Yes! I love it so much!
Thank you, T-Lon, for making this background for me.
Sorry, I'm responding over to a message. Taking a seat, I open up my book bag to find the book that Yuri gave me. Looks like it's a little bit bigger than my book. Its cover is a nice dark shade of purple, almost like Yuri's hair. The square is placed in the middle of the book with a concrete building on a grassy plain in the shape of a castle's battlement. Yeah. That needs fixed.
No apostrophe there?
No, you need to move it. Move it back a bit.
Okay.
So in between the E and the S.
Ah, there we go.
In the shape of a castle's battlement with a princess looking out of one of the crenelles on the cover. The book is titled An Unlikely Hero.
I don't think I've ever heard of this in my life. I think we'll give it some attention another time. What's Yuri up to?
Having spotted Yuri over near the closet, she seems to be carrying a paper bag with what I'm assuming are tea leaves or tea bags or something. Watching her movements as she's preparing the tea for everyone, she seems to move with such elegance and grace. This is something I would probably expect from Monica, but the scene in front of me is quite mesmerizing, just like how stunning she was when I saw her at the lake yesterday for the first time. A smile makes its way onto my face after thinking about the events of yesterday for a bit, but I'm broken out of my trance as I remember that Yuri wanted me to hand cups of tea out to everyone.
Yeah, I think it's time to give her a hand now.
Placing my backpack on the ground to the right of my seat, then standing up from Yuri's desk, walk over to the now steaming teapot. I see she's pouring tea in separate glass cups she keeps in the room. Hang on. I walk over to the now steaming teapot to see... Oh, that's what I fucked up. Sorry. I walk over to the now steaming teapot to see she's pouring tea in separate glass cups she keeps in the room.
Is it time, Yuri?
Yes, but please, be careful. We wouldn't want anything to break now.
I'll play it safe then. One at a time.
How sagacious of you.
Yeah, that.
Taking one of the cups over to Sayori, she grabs it from me and thanks me. Walking back to the surplus of teacups we have, I grab another one. Walking over to see where Monica is, while trying not to burn my fingers, I carefully set it down in front of her. Sensei! Glad you're here.
Hi there.
Oh, good one, Marcus. I love it. Hello. Hello. Zara?
Hi, yeah.
Oh, nothing. Just wanted to say hi. And thanks for the tea, by the way.
What was the point of that?
I find myself scratching the back of my head.
Yeah, no problem.
Turning away from her, I return to where the teacups initially were, only to find Yuri patiently waiting for me.
Should I say saving the best for last?
Do it!
Nah, that might sound too conceited.
I decide to speak up as she pours a cup for me and her. It's a very aggressive pounce. Like, you pounce somebody to hug them, but you do it with a running start.
You really do this properly, don't you?
It only seems appropriate. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. She looks away and blushes for the root of 64.
For the 8th time.
Yeah, that's amazing, Zara. God damn it. Fucking especially for my friend. I can't help but bury my head in my hands as my smile grows bigger. Kinda really like it when she says that. Taking a moment to recover from the sudden blood rush to my face, I take one of the teacups and carefully make my way back to Yuri's desk, with her following behind me. Get frick. Once I take a seat at my spot at her desk and place my teacup down, the first thing I do is blow on it and take a sip. I mean, he does. He just does it very not running away like. Oh my god, it's so good!
Thanks, T-Lum, for the teacup sprite, too.
It's just... Oh. Slayer! You made it to a stream, my dude!
Good morning, man.
Like, fucking everybody's here. Yeah, sorry. That's when Yuri takes her respective seat. We're facing each other now. There is no possible way I can hide my happiness at this moment. Good day, everyone.
This was such a good idea.
I agree. Totally, Slayer. We're so glad to have you here. Fuck. Always like... This makes my time in the club that much better.
I can understand why.
Can't help but feel more comfortable and somewhat safe right now, thanks to the relaxing feeling, warmth and taste of the tea, and also being this close to my friend. Life is good.
Oh, I just remembered something.
Are you eating again?
Kinda, yeah.
What are you eating now?
My mom made chili.
Ooh, chili. Yum. Good. All without a word, I reach down to my backpack and pull out the chocolate bar I bought earlier. Tearing off the top half of the wrapper, I break off two pieces, place them on my half of the desk, then break off two more and place them on Yuri's side of the desk.
This is for you.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thanks. Welcome back, Sonic. I smile warmly at her and enjoy my snack I bought, to which she happily follows suit. Taking another sip of my tea, I take a moment to think about what's exactly going on.
This is quite the situation I'm in. Chocolate, tea, an adorable girl in front of me.
Sorry, Marcus.
How lucky can a guy get? Would this be considered a date?
Oh, UMC is so cute.
I wonder what Yuri thinks of this right now.
Anyway, I think it's about time we get started. I am then snapped out of my inquisitive stupor.
Right. It's time.
Oh, That's right. You had me check this scene. Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh
okay.
god, yes, this scene!
Oh god. Oh god.
You all are in for a treat.
It's so fucking good. Okay, alright. We will go into further detail in a moment. I feel more than ready for whatever info dump she's about to give. Alright, so most important, do you know what a verb is?
Isn't that an action word?
Yes, you could say that. Almost every sentence requires one. You know, words like run, exist, break, the list goes on. This is important to know if we want to understand what adverbs are. Before we get to that, we must bring up adjectives. Do you know how those work?
Adjectives. Yeah, like I said earlier, words that describe something.
Exactly. For example, words like difficult, friendly, valuable, those can be used to describe a noun. Memories from first grade of elementary school come rushing back to me. Mostly good ones.
I remember what those are. A person, place, or thing, right?
Yes. Notice how adjectives are used to modify a noun. That's exactly what adverbs do to regular verbs. Tell me the first verb that comes to your mind.
Walk.
Okay. Yuri seems to be... Sorry, I was presented with boobs. Yuri seems to be deep in thought right now, but returns back to normal after a little bit, and also after some tea between me and her. Okay, so slow is an adjective we can use for this, but remember how I said that adverbs directly modify a verb?
Yeah.
Well, turn slow into slowly, and that's how it works. Although, I don't think slowly walk sounds right. In this case, the adverb would come directly after to make everything sound proper. I hope this makes sense.
Well, I understand how those two work now. I'm still confused about why they start with AD.
Oh, you're right. The prefix AD. This might be a little hard to understand, but when AD is used as a prefix, it means it's trying to bring you towards something. I think I can feel my brain hurting by trying to figure this out. When someone advertises something, they're trying to turn your attention towards what they have. If something needs to be adjusted, wouldn't you say it needs to be tilted towards what you prefer?
Oh.
When you're on an adventure, wouldn't it seem incomplete if challenges and dangers were not presented towards you? I'm getting a little sidetracked. I'm sorry. Yuri's actually kinda cute when she overtalks like this.
No need to be sorry. I kind of like where this is going.
Thank you, Slayer. Small smile replaces her apprehensive face. Very well then. To get to the point, adjectives are descriptive words placed towards a noun, whereas adverbs tend to be near or towards a verb.
Ah, there we go. That makes so much more sense.
Fantastic. Now for a real challenge.
Oh?
Sorry.
No, we know what's coming up, and you guys have to see this.
Give me a sentence with an adverb, a verb, and a noun, all in the same sentence, and I'll tell you how well you've done.
Oh boy. She's really putting me on the spot here. Let's see.
It takes a few moments of thinking, but I think I got this down.
I gently opened the door.
Sayori then coughs out of nowhere.
We did it, y'all.
He fucking did. I remember. Okay, alright, so I remember when I got a a DM from Zera, and he's like, okay, I really, yeah, am I a joke to you? He's like, I just finished coding this next scene for the mod, and I really need you to take a look. And I'm like, okay, sure, fine. And we're going through this, and the whole time I am thinking to myself, why are we going through an English lesson? This is completely unnecessary. What's happening here? And then that drops, and I'm like, S tier mod!
She was digging her own grave laughing.
Oh my god, I just freaking... Oh god, that was a really cool moment. Like, just sitting here, because I was bracing myself, and I was kind of preparing my words, because I was getting ready to be like, Zera, I know you like this scene, and it is sweet, but it's totally unnecessary. But the payoff is just so goddamn worth it. Like, it's...
Maybe it's dusty over there or something.
That works. Now, give me another sentence, this time with only a present form verb and a noun. Yes.
Present form?
Mm-hmm. For example, roll would turn into rolling. She does a weird circular motion with her finger as if to demonstrate what she means.
Ah, okay. Alright, thinking of something shouldn't be too hard.
It doesn't take long for another sentence to come to mind.
Swinging open the door, I...
Paper cut! So that became a meme for us for a while, like...
Oh, it did! Yeah, it did! I forgot about that.
Natsuki gets up from her chair and leaves the room. Also, if you want to explain why it cuts to Natsuki there.
Exit music.
Mm-hmm. The sentence was, swinging open the door, and that is the final line before you discovered Natsuki in exit music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. I suppose that works. I'm glad I was able to make sense of that issue for you. And that's Yuri's writing tip of today. I've always wanted to say that.
Wow, Yuri, you're so smart. Why aren't you the club president?
The look on her face turns from bashful to one of slight embarrassment. Oh, goodness. I don't dare think about taking on such a responsibility. Monica seems like the perfect fit for the role.
Yeah, I can see that. That much responsibility seems scary at times.
I concur. By the way, Zera, don't you have English with
Yup.
I don't remember you showing me that bit. Don't you have English with Professor Holly?
Hmm? Oh, I know who she's talking about now. He's the English teacher for people that are not in special education. No, that's one of my special ed classes.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's okay. I have that class with Professor Julian, but everyone calls him Snow for whatever reason.
Oh, Bun Bun was gone for the... Oh, no!
Bun, you missed it! Dude!
No!
Nick clipped this entire stream.
I don't think he can. I can feel the blood rush to my face again.
Just like how you do.
Her lovable blush makes a return.
God, I hope I'm not torturing her. That'd be bad.
Oh, you're too kind. I don't deserve a friend as nice as you.
Just like I said yesterday, I wouldn't have it any other way.
I will definitely make it a highlight for you, Bun Bun. Because you're gonna want to distribute that. There is a somewhat awkward silence between us for a while, before I remember that we still have some time left to read some of my book.
Oh, what about my book?
Ah, yes, we should probably get back to that. As Yuri reaches down into her bag to retrieve my book, I stand up from my seat in front of her, grab said seat, and carefully bring it around so that it's directly next to hers. Bringing my teacup closer towards me, I then take a seat. D. Once
if you hide the text box, you'll notice the book is green, just because it's his book.
Oh, epic! Once I'm up close to her, I take my respective side of the book in our one-of-a-kind formation, but nothing happens for a few seconds.
Yuri? What part are you at?
Oh, sorry. I'm right here. She points to the sentence in the book where she last left off reading.
Ah, alright.
Oh, is that right, Zera?
He did a different book edit. You'll see it later on.
Got it. And you know what I'm just now realizing?
Huh.
Are we still on day 3?
Yes, day 3 is the longest day.
Got it. Because we've been at this for 2.5 hours.
I know.
No,
okay,
no,
so
I'm not bitching.
Alright, back when I was writing this, though, I was so worried that my mod was going to be too short. And I kept on comparing my mod to Outcast back in 2019. So I was thinking, okay, I need to remedy this somehow. And I accidentally made this day...
Little too long.
4,021 lines of code long.
Damn. That is ludicrous. Just...
My bad.
No, it's not bad. You're a fucking machine. I don't know how... Oh, God. Anyway, okay. That's when I start reading alongside her. After a page or two of reading, my focus on the story becomes less and less as I can't help but wonder to myself what's going on in Yuri's mind as she ventures through my story. Oh, yes!
It's time, y'all.
It's fucking
Pulling
time!
a pro epic gamer move on Fallen Angel. You got to read the book in Fallen Angel? Yes, yeah, no, we're going in the book.
But I can endure such an atmosphere!
Thank you.
I have to.
In case, okay, actually no, I'll go wait until the next area. Go on.
Oh,
I'm gonna explain some things when we transition into the next area, so I'll keep going.
Cool. I could cool down in the broken down airplane that lays abandoned in this jungle, but I don't think I have the time for that right now. I have an important job at hand. There's no turning back right now. Scarface, thanks for the follow.
Okay.
Okay, Yuri, go away. Alright. Sorry.
So, what I'm doing with this scene is, I wanted to combine two of my favorite game series into a Doki mod. The areas and that transition you just saw are based off of The Sims 2 Castaway, and the characters you'll see later on in this, and the text font being used is from Donkey Kong Country, so...
Which, by the way, Jesus fucking Christ, we put so much into this text box. Like, it took days, didn't it, for us to get the text box right? Like, for a while he was trying like a yellow color, and that clashed on her dress. We were trying various shades of purple, and that didn't work out right. And we struggled so hard to get this exactly how we wanted it. And I am so goddamn happy with how it turned out. Just...
Yep, I'd like to say I perfected it.
You really fucking did. Oh god, the scene. Okay. My journey into the airplane jungle is about halfway finished, as I still have various resources to collect for the shelter that Ellie and I are supposed to make tonight. Brandishing my pocket knife, I begin my climb up the banana tree in front of me. Once I'm at the top, keeping myself supported with my left arm and both legs, I grab my pocket knife and tear away at the base of the leaves, making sure they fall to the ground. And then I do the same for the various banana bunches that thrive on this tree. Yuri is DK confirmed. once this task is complete, and I begin my journey downwards, a somewhat familiar voice makes itself known.
Whoa!
Once I reach the ground and regain my footing, I see two monkeys running up to me. I know them, Kenneth and Joey. Although he wants to be called the Green Mixtape for whatever reason. Credit.
I
Go ahead.
think he goes by a different name nowadays. But
Oh, really? Well, credit to the Green Mixtape for the voice line there.
He goes by RP Godfather now, but yeah, he's cool. And my bud Canis is pretty cool too. He provided a voice clip as well.
Yep. I won't judge him for having a nickname he wants to go by. Hello again, you two. Canis is the first to speak. You want to do this one?
Lady Yuri, it's good to see you again.
What is going on?
Right, I forget he's known for his incessant yelling. Oh, I'm about halfway done with gathering resources for today. Looking down at the banana bunches in front of me, an idea comes to mind. How does snack time sound, boys? Sounds great! Just don't give Canis the green ones. He hates anything green. Laughing to myself quietly as Canis rolls his eyes, I sit down, my back against the banana tree I just climbed. Grabbing a banana bunch and tearing off 3 bananas from the bunch I've harvested, I distribute them evenly among us. I saw Yuri vent. Okay, sorry. It's been a while since I last ate today. I'm going to need the energy for what I have left to do. At one point in time during snack time, a rumbling of the earth can be heard. Taking a moment to figure out where such a sound is coming from, I scan the area to see a rhinoceros running towards the 3 of us with something green tied around his horn. From the looks of it, he also seems to have a giant frog riding on his back. Once the both of them make their approach, the frog immediately jumps off the rhino and bounces into my lap, happily making himself at home. I mean, what a place to be, am I right? Sorry.
Lady Yuri, I haven't seen you in so long.
A genuine smile appears on my face as I carefully place my free hand on the frog's forehead. His rough texture doesn't really feel that bad. Winky, I'm happy to see you two. Sorry I haven't been around your part of the woods to visit lately.
No worries, we're all busy at times.
Soft croaking noises can be heard from him as he happily rests for a bit. My attention is then averted to the rhinoceros, who seems to be having difficulty with trying to remove the vines from his trunk. This is Remby, a friend that Ellie and I made recently, and the soon-to-be recipient of the shelter that will be made later tonight. It makes me happy that I'm going to be helping a friend with his everyday life.
Hey, guys, a little help here?
Both of the monkeys then get up from their spot and walk over to help him out. Canis takes the vines off Remby's horn, but ends up getting tangled in them himself.
Oh, I messed it up, dude. That's what I get.
Come on!
I still question why he thinks it's necessary to shout most of the time. After a little bit, the vines are gingerly placed next to the banana leaf pile I've accumulated.
Here are the vegetable ropes I gathered for you. Funny thing about that. When I was talking with one of my French-Canadian buds a few years ago, and he was streaming The Sims 2 Castaway, he completely forgot what the English word for vines was.
Oh no!
He knew what it was. He knew what it was in French, and so he just couldn't think of them for the life of him. And so he ended up calling them vegetable ropes.
Get nice.
And so that's why I put that in there.
Got it. Got it. They're called vines, but thank you nonetheless.
Anytime.
What was that?
That was a soda can.
Okay.
Intoxicated.
I must run off now. I'll be at the West River Plains if you need me again.
I don't blame him for wanting to spend time there. There's a beautiful chasm over that way that divides the West and East River Plains.
Owie thinks this mod needs more sex.
It's definitely a relaxing area. Exactly. I should visit there again sometime. Bun Bun, can you handle that? Thanks. Alright, please, be safe. With that, Remy turns around and runs off, as his task for the day is now complete. Averting my vision up towards the sky, I take a moment to let my mind wander and relax for a bit. All within the company of my amphibious and orangutan friends, but this doesn't last long. As I remember the other jobs that must be completed before dusk. I think it's time for me to take my leave now. I look down to Winky, still in my lap, relieved that he hasn't fallen asleep yet. Will you be able to make it home safe?
I should be just fine.
All right, if you say so. I then arise from my spot by the tree to look towards my other two friends and smile. Farewell, you two. They both wave to me as I begin my walk towards the broken down airplane. It only takes a few steps of mine before hearing that unforgettable yelling again.
Rolling now.
I swear that boy's never going to change, you see. Within the short walk to the airplane, I take out my pocket knife again, as I'll be harvesting hibiscus flowers. Bun Bun, can you jump in? Thank you. There's an abundance of them growing by the old airplane, not to mention a variety of colors among them. Excitement builds up inside me at the thought of being able to decorate something that I've taken part in building. However, once I approach the airplane, my excitement quickly becomes downcast at the sight of my parrot friend Squawk, who is taking shelter inside the airplane with a rather gloomy face. Hey, is everything all right? That's when he looks up to meet my gaze.
No. Lady Yuri, is there any way you could help me out?
I can at least try. Please, tell me what's wrong. He takes a moment to regain his composure.
My darling Perry is stuck in the Skull Rock jungle.
I am too, Slayer.
She got herself caught in one of Squidder's webs again.
I know who he's talking about. Squitter is a freakishly large, non-venomous spider that roams around these jungles. These jungles are in Australia? What? But he prefers to be called Shoes, as he somehow managed to obtain 4 pairs of shoes for himself. That troublemaker. Well, it's a good thing I'm headed that way in the first place. I'll go investigate for you. I was planning to go there mainly because of the excessive amount of bamboo that grows around the area. But now I have more reasons to head that way. Thanks, bud.
Thanks, you're the best.
I smile back at him and quickly make my way over to the dark cave that's on the opposite side of this jungle. I have to pass through there if I want to access the Skull Rock jungle.
Love it.
They don't call this place the Dark Cave for no reason. Ah, the music. Inside here is much quieter than outside. No weather-related elements to deal with. Stones of various sizes are scattered all around the area. Stalactites cover the ceiling in certain spots, and there are a few obsidian deposits around. If only I had made a stone hammer and a stone chisel. I could use both of those tools to harvest obsidian to potentially create my very own knife. I can't help but giggle at the thought of creating my very own knife collection out here in the wilderness. I'm gonna find some diamonds today. I could start a new life as an artisan, forging and etching my own designs into knives I make. I love the music. It would be like a dream come true. Right. Back to more important matters. It's a miracle I remember my way around this cave, since I haven't been around here in a while. If memory serves me right. The way out of here to the Skull Rock jungle is on the exact opposite side of this cave. Thank you, bud. One rather long yet peaceful walk to the other side. I stop in my tracks as I realize I have a small yet steep hill to traverse in order to reach the jungle. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. I can handle this. Taking a moment to breathe freely, I approach the passage in front of me and begin to climb, one limb at a time. One minute later, and I have reached the top. Exhaustion is slowly starting to become apparent, and is Slayer, and is growing more and more due to the heat I'm subjecting myself to again, but I must keep moving. Before I begin my journey towards the giant bamboo patch that grows in this jungle, I can't help but notice a very faint buzzing sound, almost like a beehive. Standing still to inspect the area, my eyes land on a noticeably large beehive hanging from a giant tree in the middle of this jungle. But no swarms of bees are present. Well, I know where to avoid walking now. Traversing through the varied wildlife around me, I make my way over to the massive clay pit that's close to the mini bamboo field, only to see a giant spider web constructed in between a mango tree and a lychee fruit tree. I am severely allergic to all stinging insects, so yeah, definitely.
Uh-oh.
Lychee fruit. Those remind me of my special someone who wrote a permanent spot in my heart. Those are his all-time favorite. If only I weren't so far away from you. Oh, how I miss you so. There's that buzzing sound again, but it's louder than last time I heard it. What on earth is going on? There's no bees around. Nice work.
Not wrong.
Yep. I haven't been out in the heat for that long. Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. I should probably ignore it. There are more important matters at hand. One glance at both trees shows a yellow quetzal with red and blue feathers, stuck on the web, trying to break free from the impromptu prison she's found herself in. I think this is my time to shine. Approaching both trees, I brandish my pocket knife yet again, just in case I need it. Parry, what's going on?
I wasn't paying attention to where I was flying, and now I'm trapped here. Did Squawk send you over here?
He did. Allow me to help. Please, hold still for a bit. Carefully grabbing a hold of Parry with my left hand, I slowly yet skillfully slash away at the spider web in an attempt to rescue her. After a few draining moments, Parry is free from the web, and also free from any remaining web that may have stuck to her. Taking a moment to store my knife away, I bring both my hands together for Parry to rest on them.
This Lady Yuri, you're a lifesaver.
She then playfully jumps around and gives me a quick peck on the cheek. It's nothing, really. Now, let's learn from our mistakes, shall we?
You know it. Where'd Squawks fly off to?
Oh, he's over by the rundown airplane right now. Without another word, Perry flies towards the dark cave to return to her better half. Whew. That's done. Now, for the bamboo. I cannot ignore that cursed buzzing sound any longer as it becomes louder and louder as the seconds pass. Aggravated at the possible realization that I might be going insane, I start frantically looking around the area in hopes to disprove such thoughts. This poor Slayer. That's when I look up to the sky to see several dozen mechanical bees with buzzsaws for stingers invading the sky.
Greg Senpai, with the information.
My blood runs cold, and my eyes widen at the sight as I am frozen in place. Thank you, Bun Bun. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's when I hear the trumpeting scream of an elephant. That must be Ellie. But that sounded more high-pitched and distressed than her usual tone, which brings me even less at ease. Hang tight, guys. Alright. Within seconds, I see her running towards me at such unstoppable speed that I've never seen in all my life. Frick. But her eyes are widened out of fear.
Yuri, get out of here! Chaos is coming!
She's now several feet away from me, still keeping up speed. Nobody around here drops the honorific from my name unless it's absolutely critical. Looking up at the sky again. Past the bees is a green mechanical jet-propelled robot flying through the sky with a stainless steel skull as a head. Mechanical arms with boxing gloves attached and saw blades that protrude and... that...
360.
Oh, okay. I was trying to understand the sentence. I'm like, wait. Saw blades that protrude and 360 its whole body. That must be chaos. Several grenades are dropped from the inside compartments of the beast above. My eyes widened even more. The latter of my fight or flight response kicks in, and I run as fast as I can towards the dark cave. The only real safe space this island has to offer. As I'm running, the explosives can be heard in the background, each one increasing my adrenaline. Wait. Rambi is over that way. That's where the chasm is. No, get out of here. It's not safe here. Sounds of explosions are getting closer, as are the various agonizing screams of my fellow animal friends. As I approach the entrance to the dark cave, I turn around to begin my descent, only to see blood and skeleton matter splashed across the base of the trees in front of me. The sickening sight in front of me brings me to tears, which makes it hard to focus on my climb downwards. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring those bells. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye, everyone.